Hi guys, it's reaction time. Very early, just gone 6 o'clock on this lovely Saturday morning. We're coming to the end of the year now, so a few of the reactions, a few suggestions from people there's not as many coming in now. There's not as many releases. Obviously end of the year, it goes a little bit quiet in the next few weeks, but I've still got plenty to do, still got loads to do. And there's some releases, obviously, what singles are coming out now are going to be coming off of albums next year. So that's exciting because this year has been brilliant for music. An absolutely superb year for music. And then I'm sure next year is going to be the same, or the next few years are going to be the same. It's just a plethora of bands across the rock and metal genres. Almost too much to keep up with. And of course, there's my cat, being as annoying as usual. That will never change. So the first of the reactions, a very prolific band now by the looks of it, Revolution Saints, got a new song out called Against the Winds. So this is coming off a new album, I believe. It's actually the title track, I apologise, coming out next year. So prolific, as in just had a new album out, Eagle Flight, this year. There's going to be another album right at the beginning of the year by the looks of it. So yeah, so very prolific. I suppose when you're on a bit of a roll, keep writing, keep producing music. I really liked Eagle Flight. I thought it was the strongest album by Revolution Saints, but there's still something which doesn't put it into the top albums for me, like, as one of my top bands. But there's still plenty of songs I love on that album that have made it into my playlist, my all-time playlist. The title track, Kids Will Be Kids, Once More. So they write some brilliant songs, but for some reason a full album doesn't make it into my top albums of the year. I mean, there is so much music though. Musicianship obviously is outstanding on these albums, but I don't know, they're sort of like a medium band for me. They never make it to the top of my list, but I'm always impressed by all the songs I hear. So Against the Winds is the new song. It's bound to be good. It's sort of almost guaranteed, especially with these musicians on this. It's just, Joel Hoekstra is just an amazing guitarist as well. And I think he's added so much to this band. Jeff Pilson, obviously, one of the best bassists ever. And of course, Dean Gastronovo, just an amazing singer. Many people calling him out to be the Journey singer for a long time. Here we go. This is Against the Winds. Well, I've got to say, it is class. And I don't think that ever changes with this band. And I definitely prefer them now than I did before Joel Hoekstra and Jeff Pilson joined the band. And I really like this song. I don't know what it is, whether this song will become, do you know what I mean, one of my favourites and stay on the all-time playlists from next year. I don't know, but when I first hear it, every song, I think, what? There's nothing wrong. And with this song, I think it sounds great. From the epic sort of, well, it had a very 80s beginning, didn't it? Those synths and that almost, it's not a drum machine, obviously, but that they put that effect on there, like where it's that sort of do sort of sound, and very 80s inspired, that for sure. This is one of the more 80s sounding songs, one of the most 80s sounding songs I think they've done in their career. It really has a almost epic Survivor AOR type sound to me. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's very epic AOR. It really does. I know when we talk about epic rock and metal, we probably wouldn't think of Revolution Saints, but in the scope of AOR, it sounds very epic. It's just very soundtrack-esque as well. It's very big sounding. It sounds like, you know, a hit, if you like. I think, again, we talk about bands now, if they were propelled back in the mid-80s, how big would they be? I think Revolution Saints would be they would be a prolific band, and they would be very good in the 80s. I think they would be really successful. It's I like the little sort of picky guitar bits from Joel Hoekstra. Joel Hoekstra never lets me down, man. He's absolutely fantastic. I love that sort of in those verses. The backing vocals, and when you've got someone like Jeff Pilson in the band, you're going to have great backing vocals. And I think Joel Hoekstra good at backing vocalist as well. Went to see him with Whitesnake a few years ago, and I think both the guitarists, which would have been obviously which would have been Reb Beach, I think, as well, wouldn't it, at that time? Would it be Reb Beach and Joel Hoekstra? I'm not sure. But the backing vocalists were just amazing. And I think Joel was one of those. I think he was singing backing vocals. So, you know, when you've got great backing vocalists as well, they really back you up. I mean, he don't need no backing up Dean Castronovo, does he? But it adds a fullness and that to the sound of an AOR band, which these are a bit heavier now, I would say. Perhaps not in this song, but they basically they're a bit more crunchy now that Joel Hoekstra and Jeff Pilson have joined the band, for sure. I can't find a fault in it, to tell you the truth. It's very, I almost was looking, because of the way the last album, Eagle Flight, and I shouldn't do this as a reviewer, I should never do this, but I almost like made my mind up because of and you can't help it. You know, you have a certain, if it's a brand new band, you can't make your mind up, can you? But you are comparing, and you think, like, this year's album was really good. I was thinking, is this one going to be too quick? Is it going to be too quick bringing an album out that quick right at the beginning of the year? Sometimes albums let you down, don't they, with their, you know, that quick coming out of, you know, just made the last one, going to make another one. It can sometimes let you down. But I think this is as good, if not better, than most things on Eagle Flight for me. I really like it. I really do. Here we go for the rest, guys. Here we go. can't fault that, man. It's a great song, full of melody, full of, you know, epic AOR feels all the way through. The guitar solo was amazing. Didn't expect any less. I love the way he sort of almost churned it out. There's a little great melody there, and he sort of churned it out on the guitar. Very quick. It was in and out from Joel Hoekstra, you know, the guitar solo. And that's how it should be in AOR, really. It's about the songs. It's about the songs and melodic rock. It's not about going off on a 4-minute guitar solo, although he could easily do that. Almost had a Whitesnake feel in some of that, I think, in that guitar solo. Obviously being with, you know, being in Whitesnake as well, Joel Hoekstra, it sort of had that, I don't know, that tone of like maybe the 1987 album. I know he wasn't on that, obviously, but almost had the tone of that in some of that solo in. But it's great, man. I can't really fault that. I really always want the best for Revolution Saints. I think because of the people in the band as well. I think I expect, maybe do we expect too much? Is it because they're so good, the people in the band, that it should be on everyone's top 5 albums of the year because of the people in the band? And maybe that's part of it. Maybe if this, if this was imagine if this was a new band now, and I know they're sort of new together, but if it was a brand new band and it was their first song you'd ever heard, never released anything ever, I think this would blow most people away. I think we put some of our stars on a bit of a pedestal, don't we? We expect the best. And perhaps that's part of it. I don't know. I'm just going off on a tangent there, but a great song. That was Against the Winds. That's the actual title track. That's the actual first song on the album as well. They did that on the last album, didn't they? Eagle Flight was the first song, I think, and it was the first song released, so it gave us a taste of what's to come. But I am actually really looking forward to more Revolution Saints. I did notice that I think the vocals are a little bit higher on the mix. I did notice that on the last album. I thought the vocals on some of the songs are a little bit far back in the mix. Didn't sound like it on this, whether it's YouTube or not, I don't know, but the production sounds great. Anyway, Revolution Saints, Against the Winds. Let me know what you think of that in the comments below, guys. And I'll see you soon.